Caesar bird goes for a ride. Caesar bird actually goes for rides all the time. It's nothing new for her. She does awesome. She'll sit here and chill on my shoulder and keep me company, chirping in my ear a little bit. She's a sweetie. Anytime we go anywhere, Caesar gets so much love, so much attention. Obviously from, young children, but not just. Adults as well. Nobody can help but stare. I mean, they're just such beautiful birds. Sun conures, very vibrant colors. I think somebody was explaining to me they're notorious for having all of the colors of the rainbow in their feathers. They're absolutely gorgeous birds, and their personalities are just extremely friendly, very, very sociable, and great pets. Very much like a small dog or a cat. Very, very similar in many regards, but very unique in their own way. The way that they move around, the way that they climb, the way that their safe spot is always on your shoulder. It's really sweet. It's very much a, guardian, and I don't know whatever the other word would be, but they look at you as if you're their guardian, you're their safety net, and the more trust you build with the bird over time is typically based upon how safe they feel around you. Are you a high energy individual, or are you an even keel, nice and mellow individual? They'll tend to prefer those types of things. And when you do act out of typical character, the bird will react as well. They'll flinch, they'll twitch, they'll change their posture, they'll change their whole body language. All things that, I've noticed as a bird owner for 8 months now since we got Caesar. So I'm pretty new to all this. It's nothing super complicated to pick up, especially if you're a regular pet owner, like I always have been since a child. But birds are very unique. I don't try to take that away from them. That's why I think they're so special, is as a regular pet owner and a first-time bird owner, these things just have blown my mind. They're just amazing. They have brought so much love into our home, so much joy. The kids have so much less screen time because they're interacting with the birds. I have a 5-year-old daughter with autism, and she's just in the last year started to speak and really have breakthroughs in being able to express herself. Every day when I pick her up from school, she does not say, "Hi, Dad, there's my daddy." No, she says, "Go home, see Jack and Caesar. Go home, see Jack and Caesar." So that's how we always interact with each other as soon as I pick her up from school every day, my 5-year-old with autism in pre-K. It's absolutely adorable, the level of love and compassion that the kids have with the birds. On that same topic, kids with the birds, you have to be extra careful as the parent of small children and the primary caretaker of the bird. You are their primary protector, just like you are with the children. You have to watch your kids like a hawk. You can't let a 5-year-old run off with a bird for 30 minutes and just expect that everything's okay. That bird very, very well could come back traumatized, even if in front of you your kid is very well behaved. A, kids always do things when out of sight. B, kids don't know always necessarily where those lines and boundaries are that they shouldn't push and cross. So with small animals, it's best to just literally be the helicopter parent, hover over them. You have to. You have no choice. We had an extremely close call one time with Caesar, maybe 3-4 months into purchasing her. My son, who is 7, he had her on his shoulder. Those two are, glued at the hip. They're best friends, Caesar and Ethan. But my son had her on his shoulder, and he was walking down the stairs, just a 2-story home, just a single flight of stairs. And my son was looking at his phone, slipped on the carpeted stairs, probably wearing socks at the time. That's always what gets me. But he slipped, and he fell down the stairs on his butt, but had eventually rotated upside down like 180 degrees. So he's sliding down towards the bottom of the stairs head first. And that bird, because of this incident, I'm kind of conflicted. I tend to think they're very much like cats in that they are their best defense, like we all are. We're our first line of defense. They shouldn't be any different, I guess. But what I mean to say is very much cat-like reflexes. I saw very clearly Caesar Bird do exactly what she needed to do to remove herself from the potential life-ending catastrophe that was all around her. And she did what she needed to do to get out of the way, being at a place on his shoulder when the fall happened, and him eventually turning upside down completely, going headfirst down the stairs. She managed to jump off and burrow her way into the whatever the hell you would call it, the deeper part of the staircase, so where my son slid right over the top of her, basically. And it was absolutely terrifying. It was the scariest moment we've ever had with the birds. We've definitely had other, close calls, but that was definitely the scariest time in the last 8-9 months that we've been bird owners. Another one that actually happened recently was Sophia swinging on the playset out in the backyard. We were all out in the back. The birds are out in the back with us. They always are in the afternoon after school. Make the kids go touch some grass, right? But we were out in the backyard, and Sophia's on the swing, and she gets to rocking and rolling. She'll max that swing out, forward, reverse. She gets that thing rocking and rolling. And Caesar Bird had jumped off of my shoulder and flew down to the grass, but kind of took a meandering sort of path, and she ended up going and landing right behind Sophia as she was swinging, and then Caesar walked directly into the low part there where the feet swing, and it was absolutely terrifying. I had to yell for Sophia to put her feet up, put your feet up, put your feet up, Caesar's under you. She eventually realized what the situation was at the last possible second, put her feet up as the bird goes skipping right under her as she swings back down. It was, again, a very terrifying moment, not as bad as the previous example, but all I would say is to just kind of, summarize the whole thought is, with small kids around birds, you obviously have to be extremely careful. Not so much for the kids and the little bites and the nips that they may get from the birds when they do scare the birds, but more so that the kids are going to absolutely destroy them. You have to, really protect your birds around the small kids. I don't know what a good age when you can start trusting them, or just how much experience and exposure. I'm sure everybody's different, but just in general, small children, be careful. I watch our birds like a hawk around our children. My daughter with autism, she is an absolute animal lover. Mila Ryan is her name. Absolute animal lover, and loves Jack and Caesar so much. But she is not scared to hold them, but she's, I think, afraid to hurt them. So she doesn't really prefer to have them on her. She likes to, hey, put them on my shoulder, let me say hi real quick, 10-15 seconds later, go ahead, take it back, Dad. But she loves the birds to death. Sophia Rose, our baby, she's 3.5. I can't keep her out of the bird cage. it's an all-day crisis. If the birds aren't on me, they're typically in the cage. They typically don't roam around the house throughout the day, right? But I will allow them to kind of roam around their cage, on top of the cage, and the banister wall there, where their cage is at. But otherwise, if they're not on me, they're typically in or on their cage. Sophia, if you're not watching her, man, she'll just pull up a chair in front of the cage, climb on up there, get a bird, maybe two, take them upstairs, disappear for 20-30 minutes. And sometimes if you're busy, you're not paying attention, you got 3 kids running around the house making a bunch of noise, you start to realize, hey, there's no birds in the cage. Oh my God, where's Sophia? So that's obviously terrifying every time that happens. Luckily, it's a pretty rare occasion that she gets away with it without me noticing. But anyway, me and Caesar are here at Mila's school, and we are going to end this video. But thanks for listening. Again, just general bird owner tips, maybe from a parent perspective with small kids to be more relevant. But that's been my experience. Wouldn't trade the birds for anything. Do I want more? Maybe. The goal is eventually to have Caesar and Jack have babies, maybe next year, is kind of what I'm hoping for. And my son and I have a dream that Caesar and Jack's babies are going to fly, unlike clipped Caesar and Jack. So I think as far as bird ownership goes, the channel goes, we plan on making many more videos in the future. Check back for the daily updates, the shorts, obviously, we're going to keep them rolling, and I'll try to get my content, more refined and more professionalized as time goes on. I'm definitely working on that. I'm very new to YouTube, to be honest, from the creator standpoint anyway. But where was I? We're going to wrap this video up. Those are some basic things. The birds are awesome, wouldn't trade them for anything. We have a dream that maybe Jack and Caesar will have some babies, and those babies, we do intend to level up our bird ownership by teaching maybe baby birds how to fly in a couple of years. So that's definitely on the docket. I'm really excited about that. My son's really excited about that. These two I don't think have any idea yet. But that's our plan. So stick around to the channel, subscribe, catch the videos, throw the like, share occasionally with your friends and family if you think they may enjoy the content, and we really appreciate your time. Thank you very much, guys. All right, Barbaric Eric out.